Hey, hi, and hello, everyone. Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. I hope you're doing well. It's time for a weekly track roundup, my thoughts, my opinions, my feelings on a bunch of songs that have dropped over the past week or so. That is what we are about to do. Get ready. Brace yourself. Oh, yeah, it's coming. All the songs I talk about in this video are linked down below, so you can check them out for yourself. Also linked down below. Our Turntable Lab link. We get kickback from it. Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. Also, a Patreon page if you want to get some extra bonus monthly content while supporting us in the process. And a continued shout out to our sponsor. Oh, yeah. The good people over at The Ridge. I'm getting double teamed over here by two of these wallets. Oh, my God. That's good enough promo there. Link down below. Promo code MELON. 10% off the order. That's all you got to know. All right. Also, our YouTube Shorts page. We're almost at 100K over there. Follow us. Good times. Awesome. Nice. All right. What else do we have? Worst tracks of the week, of course. We have a couple of those. They are as follows. Bam. Nothing. What is even going on here? Okay. I fixed it. First track over here comes from Voices of Fire, Joy Unspeakable, featuring Pharrell Williams, who clearly has a big hand in the production on this track. Look, I'm typically down for a hip hop gospel fusion, but I feel like in this case it does not work. The beat is annoying. Pharrell's just overblown 808s I think are not really all that great for the dynamics of the choir, and on top of it the vocal samples in the background get really annoying very fast, and it's a pretty long song, so yeah, I just don't really feel like it works. It's kind of grating despite its grand ambitions. We also have a cover of Paranoid Android from avant metal outfit Imperial Triumphant, whose stuff I usually mess with really heavy. I've celebrated this band's music on multiple occasions, but I feel like this take on Paranoid Android is just really not doing it for me, honestly. Just very, very, very much not doing it for me. I mean, some of those iconic guitar lines are in there in the mayhem and the abrasiveness, but beyond that, I just really don't think the cover has much going for it. But hey, it was an experiment, and it was done, and it was interesting. Moving on from there, we have a new one from Coi Leray as well, Run It Up. Kind of a generic auto-croon trap kind of song. Some kind of Juice WRLD vibes, I think, coming off of a few vocal leads here and there. That's pretty much it. It's super basic, kind of underwhelming. Meh. The tracks I was meh on, not super crazy about, but still thought they were worth shouting out. They are as follows. Another track from this new Weeknd, the Idol soundtrack from the series. This one has Suzanna's son on it, Family. It's got some dramatic chords on it, some dramatic vocal performances, but it feels like more of a vibe than a song. It's not too much of a tune, honestly. Really just kind of a mood setter, I suppose. We also have a new one over here from the one and only Victoria Monét, On My Mama. I like the tune. It's really sweet on the ears. However, I think this track happens to be like so smooth to the point where it becomes kind of bland, unfortunately. It is kind of a vibe, though. We also have a new one over here. Oh, man. The Far East bedroom pop epic rock fans are gonna go crazy for this one. This one is TURQUOISEDEATH with Asian Glow and Parannoul on the feature for the song Dive. And it's over the top, it's grand, it's fuzzy, it's lo-fi, it is on a kind of linear build, but honestly I feel like some of these tracks from these artists are starting to force this very obvious and sort of cheap sense of meaning or meaningfulness into the music with these very obvious crescendo points, much in the same way that, kind of post-rock was at the point where it started to become very, very boring because the formulas just got super stale. And I feel like we've already kind of reached that point strangely, very quickly, quicker than I would have hoped, honestly, considering how much promise we were starting to see right out of the gate with, some of these, new Bandcamp, projects that were cropping up here and there. But I don't know. Hopefully this collab is just kind of a one-off thing, and we hear better and more ambitious and more, I think forward-thinking stuff in the future. We have a new one from Trippie Redd, which I'm kind of surprised to hear him go in this direction. It's got a bit of a pop and R&B vibe to it. Skye Morales was on the track, took my breath away. Lovey-dovey, romantic lyrics being thrown about, a lot of topical focus. It's definitely a different kind of Trippie Redd, and it's not the most amazing song in this vibe I've ever heard, but I'm liking it. I'm liking it. It's better than some of his, just like really dumbed down, lowest common denominator trap shit where he's not really saying much of anything. He's actually got kind of something going for himself here on this track. Even if it's not like, perceived as a banger. We have a new one from Pup over here, new single, handful of tracks on it. How to Live With Yourself is one. If you're looking for some very fuzzy and melodic pop punk, this is it. We also have a new one from Doja Cat, who is back to rapping, new rap type album on the way. Tension is our first taste of the record. I like the spitting on the record. The bass and drums are quite nice. The groove is good. However, that, kind of Zelda Ocarina of Time intro and chorus is not really so much for me. However, I like hearing Doja in this lane. It's better than that super boring, washed out trap stuff. We also have a new one from COBRAH over here, Suck. It is danceable. It is very lewd, and prudes steer clear of this one. It's not my favorite song of the year, but I respect that its intentions are direct and clear in terms of what it's about and what it wants you to do. All right, best tracks of the week. We have a couple of those, actually quite a few of those. They are as follows. We have a new one over here from an artist that I'm digging more and more, the more that I hear them. It's a Sugar Pit, Compete. And it's a post-punky, it's got some punchy drums, some spoken word vocals, some nasty bass, some, repeating themes through the lyrics that are very catchy and, spoken in almost like kind of a very cool, somewhat snarky James Murphy sort of way. I'm liking it. I'm digging it. I respect it. Compete, again, is the title of the track. We have a new one from the forthcoming Osees record as well. This one is titled Goon, and it's a goonish little piece of punky garage rock with some, crazy-ass lead vocals, some insane electronics laced into the track here and there as well. It sounds like the band is, making another creative jump here, doing some weird stuff and keeping the garage world exciting. We have a new track over here also from Knocked Loose. If you're looking for some metalcore, if you're looking for some breakdowns, we got a couple of brand new tracks from them, namely the song Deep in the Willow, which I thought was pretty fierce and fantastic. Also feeling that way about the new Horrendous track over here. Man, they are making some good-ass death metal on here, some good-ass progressive death metal with some, nice, creative, colorful guitar work, performances that don't sound like, overproduced or anything like that. It's got like a kind of a modern take on that classic death sound, in my opinion. I'm liking it a lot. I'm liking it. New album on the way. The Hives are back. They've continued to be back. This is our second taste of their forthcoming album over here. The legendary punk and garage punk outfit making a bit of a comeback here. Countdown to Shutdown is the name of this one, and it's got some riffs on it, brother. It's a riffy one, guy. It's a riff-a-diff-a-diff-a-ding-dong. It's a riff-a-doo. It's a riff-riffity, riff. It's got some riffs. Check it out. All right, we have a new one from Hemlock Springs over here, who continues to be one of my favorite pop artists I've stumbled upon on the TikTok app. Heaven is the title of their new single here, and it's sweet. It is synthy. It is catchy. It is well written and produced. Hemlock just keeps putting out banger singles. Cannot wait to hear the album. We also have a new one over here from Group Therapy. Peak is the title of it. As far as I can see, they're a trio. And I just feel like they continue to show off a very wide variety of influences with the tracks that I'm hearing. Last it was kind of like, some weird hip hop and post-punk stuff. This time it's got some pop and alternative R&B fusions and some electronic bits too. Some cool vocal play between the various members. It's cool. It's cool. It's sweet. It's catchy. It's it's catchy and also eclectic. Catchy and eclectic. All right. Next we have Fleet Foxes covering The Strokes. Yep, check that out. It's actually one of my favorite Strokes songs ever, Under Control. It's down there below. Check it out. And also, shout out to Code Orange, who have come through with a new single as well that I'm late to. I listened to it a while ago. I just forgot to mention it last week. Grooming My Replacement is the title of it. It's got a good solid chorus, very heavy guitars, nice breakdown. I kind of miss the more electronic bits and stuff, but it's still not too bad. It's still pretty good. I'm liking it. Shout out to Bickle as well, who continues to drop these cute little homespun little pop tracks with some good vocal harmonies. The Fly is the title of this one. It's a little skeletal at points, but I still think the songwriting is solid and the beat's good. And the singing is expressive. I respect it. I like it. I think Bickle's doing some cool stuff. And finally, ANOHNI has come through with a new project titled, a song, Sliver of Ice. It is a beautiful little futuristic left field bit of soul with some touching, loving lyrics, devastating vocal performance, awesome and sweet, harmonious instrumental that matches the vibe of the song. It's quite moody overall. And it's a beautiful cut. Beautiful, 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 gorgeous, stunning, moving cut. And new album. Looking forward to it. All right, weekly track roundup done. Hopefully you guys got some good recommendations out of this video. You're the best. Mwah, kissies. And I'll see you in the next one. Anthony Fantano, Weekly Tracks Forever.